Defeat on Friday ended the Sheffield Steelers' title chances. It also did the same for the Cardiff Devils, and now these two teams go head-to-head twice in the season's final 3 games to determine their playoff seedings. Brandon McNally and Sam Jones picked up suspensions after the game in Belfast and won't feature tonight.
Great Colton Greta and Levi Nelson!
Huge ovation for 2 Steelers greats, Levi Nelson and Colton Freta. So many goals, so many memorable moments. And a standing ovation from this huge Sunday afternoon crowd. See what sort of reaction they're able to produce today in front of what is a very healthy Sunday crowd. Despite the Steelers' home form this season, the fans have turned up in big numbers. Here's Dowd. Long feed across, and it kind of got caught under the skates of Valorand, and now the Devils on the rush forward. Duggan drives towards the goal, that's where the puck goes. Spinning shot is in. Devils pick up the loose puck and score. It's the perfect start for Brodie Reid. It was Crawford's shot that got saved by Greenfield. And the inadvertent flick in off the Steelers defenseman is what beats Greenfield. The shot was heading wide. And Akkerud has been a little unfortunate. Off his skate and into the goal. And it's the Devils who lead inside 2 minutes. It's Martin who wins it. Martin again. Now back up to Cox. Fires it through. Deflection just in front of Greenfield. And it's off target. Thompson tries to throw it goalwards, but the Steelers got a block on it, and now they'll be able to escape. Dowd brings the Steelers across the line. Graham trails. Dowd tried to squeeze it in, and somehow he has! Between bounce pad and the near post, Robert Dowd has found the smallest possible gap, and the Steelers have got themselves level. Goal 26 on the season for Robert Dowd. There didn't appear to be many other options. And somehow he's just squeezed one under the Devils netminder. And now there's an opportunity here for Newman, cutting in front, denied by Bounds. Follow-up chance maybe for the Steelers. Can they work it across quickly? Not quite, the Devils are back now. This was the chance for Newman. It's a good stop from Bounds. Newman trying to get that little bit of elevation, which is always so important on chances like that. Puck stays in the zone. Phillips fires it goalwards. The Devils are there at the top of the crease for anybody in orange. Schultz will go back and pick this one up. Phillips forward. Batch back in the corner. Steelers try and do something in the offensive zone. Petgrave throws it goalwards. It's off a body in front. Again the Steelers throw it towards goal, and they take the chance through Graham. The bounce of the puck couldn't have been any better for Graham. It was right onto the tape, and he made no mistake. He's been banging them in for the Sheffield Steel Dogs across the road, and he's taken his chance when it comes here tonight. His first goal of the season for the Steelers, and it puts them ahead. And the second period does have a highlight after all. It was optimistic as it was thrown towards goal. It hit a Devil and went straight to Alex Graham. Devils across the line, and the puck will come all the way through to Cox. And he completely whiffed on it. Still an opportunity as Greenfield turns it aside with the stick. And then Dowd is going to get called for another penalty here. He's taken Cox down. Bounds is on the bench for the extra skater. 6-on-5 on the delayed penalty. As Cardiff push for a late equaliser here in the second period. The Steelers will get to the puck now, and that will bring about the whistle. And Robert Dowd will head to the penalty box for the second time in the game on a tripping minor. Steelers gave up a power play goal late in the second period in their last home game against the Guildford Flames. Devils working it to the far side and hammering it in. What a terrific power play slap shot. That is a wonderful goal from Sanford. And just like the Steelers' last home game, they've conceded a power play goal in the late stages of the second period. It's a terrific shot, and it ties the game up. Fourth Devils power play of the game, 1 for 3 so far. This one is blocked by Phillips. Couldn't locate the puck in time to get the Steelers down the ice. The Devils have got to go to work again in the corner, trying to dig it out. Steelers will win that little battle, and now there's a break on, and Newman has support from Phillips. Here is Phillips. Oh, he couldn't quite get his stick to it because he was being hooked back. That'll be a penalty against the Devils. And it's the Steelers' speed again that has drawn it. Newman that started it, and Phillips getting up in the play. Sanford, the big moment on the power play for his team in the second period, with one in the minus column here in the third. Does well to get back in the play, but stick across Jonathan Phillips, preventing him from getting the shot away. Devils play it out front, and Greenfield makes a really good kick save on a one-timer that came in from close range. I feel like both of these teams will really enjoy the extra space. It has been a tight game. A lot of block shots, not a lot of clear lanes for everybody. It should open a little bit up. Open up a little more now. It's 4-on-4. The Devils in possession so far. They've already had the first shot of this 4-on-4 passage of play. Trying to create again. Crandall under pressure on the near side. Jardine sends it across. Greenfield will get a stick to it and move it on to Neverlinen. Now it's the Steelers' turn for possession, and Petgrave. No way forward for Valorand. No great signs of ambitions from the Steelers just yet. Mosey. And the Steelers waiting for the time right on the breakout. Now they can drive forward. Mosey takes over from Latal. Mosey brings it in front. Save made. Rebound scored! And the patience paid off, and Connolly is the goal scorer from in front. They held on to it in their own zone for a long time, and they waited for the time to be right to burst down the ice, and they made it count. But Connolly finished from close range. The Steelers are back in front at 3-2. It's a 4-on-4 goal. In fact, I think they're going to call this a 5-on-4 power play goal. It was just 1 second after the penalty on Graham expired. Still 6-on-5 with the empty net at the other end of the ice. Shot from Reed is well saved. The Steelers scramble and get onto it, and they'll lift the puck out. This one won't have the juice to get onto the empty net. Jardine back the other way. Neverlinen will get to it first. Petgrave a little bit of a stick to it. Britton much more. Puck comes out front and Greenfield makes the save after the puck was jammed goalwards. Jardine in the thick of it, and Greenfield there when his team needed him. No 5-hole available. Greenfield was able to cover everything up. Good work from Jardine to find the puck and jam at it on the backhand side. How often have we seen that puck just squeeze through a netminder over the years in that sort of scramble situation? It'll be Newman against Martin this time on the face-off. And the Devils have it. Brodie Reid plays it behind the goal. Back out front, shot blocked by Newman, played across the crease, there's a real scramble, the Devils have got to it, the Steelers block it again, they might need to block a couple more, they've blocked it once more, they need to get the puck away, there's 15 seconds to go, they do clear it away, well knocked down by Sanford, but the Devils are a little slow clearing the zone, there's 10 seconds to go. Martin plays it out front, it doesn't find a Devil, it finds centre ice, and the Steelers hold on. They are winners by 3 goals to 2. Phew, what a desperate scramble right at the end as the Devils threw everything they had. 6 skaters and a lot of pucks thrown towards the danger areas, but the Steelers through Greenfield and everybody else got just enough in the way. The Steelers man of the match is the scorer of the game-winning goal, Brendan Connolly. Finish in close. After the period of 4-on-4 briefly became 5-on-4. He got himself into the perfect position and made no mistake with the finish pass bounds. And he is man of the match again for the Steelers. No skipping rope out for him this time. We'll see what else he has in his locker for the Eddie. Most of the 7,000 crowd have stayed back to watch. The Steelers take 2 points from their weekend. He smiles all round for Brendan Connolly. Brendan, it was a tough Friday night for the Steelers, but Sunday has gone a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, that's one great thing about hockey is you get back and do it all over again and, kind of wipe the slate clean. It's kind of what Foxy said, like we got 3 games left. Let's try to find our identity and get back to what we are. And I think for the most part, we really did that tonight.
It's the question of the playoff seedings that are still up for grabs in these final few games, and not so much avoiding one team or trying to play another, but there's pride to be had in finishing as high up the table as possible.
Yeah, there's pride, but you also want to be going in on a good note. So you want to make sure that, all your details are taken care of. You don't just want to limp in and have some bad habits creep into your game. So we're trying to make sure that we have all the details in check and we're playing a really solid 60 minutes when we go into it.
Another game-winning goal for you tonight. How do you feel your form has been in the last few weeks?
Yeah, pretty happy with it. I think obviously I'm getting the results right now, which is always nice. It gives you a confidence boost. But again, it's just about working hard. It's about doing what you can to help the team win, and fortunately for me right now, that's on the offensive side.
And it's about getting to those key areas in front of goal and making sure you're first to it rather than defenseman. Just making sure you were a step ahead of Thompson was the key to that goal.
Yeah, you're just trying to establish body position. You get inside the dirty areas of are where most of the goals are scored. They're not, so especially my goals anyway. So I know if I can get to the inside, I can use my hands, and thankfully puck bounced out to me.
So 2 games left in the regular season, 2 playoff quarterfinals, a semi-final and a final still to come for the Steelers maybe?
I think so. That's the goal. That's the expectation. There's not one guy in that room that is thinking differently. We're expecting that. That's the goal, and I think we'll get it done.
Aaron, after the disappointment of Friday night, did you get what you wanted from your team tonight?
Yeah, definitely. I thought we had a great response tonight. I won't lie to you, I was a little worried a minute into that hockey game. We could have easily felt sorry for ourselves. That puck's probably going into the corner, bounces off Callie Eckert's foot and into the back of our net there. But the next 59 minutes, I thought we played the type of hockey we're going to need to play down the stretch here if we want to give ourselves a chance. We played with emotion, we played hard, physical. Compete level was through the roof tonight, and there was buy-in from everybody. So it was a great response, something we needed. Good to be back home here and get a win against a tough rival.
And it's a team that had won their previous 2 league meetings here, but when the goal went in late in the second period, as it did here against Guildford, how difficult was it to keep the morale of the players up to see it tied again so late?
Yeah, I think we're a little bit of a fragile group right now where you feel like everything that can go wrong will go wrong for us. And we just talked about keeping our composure, don't change our game. I thought the second period was our best period. We definitely probably should have been up 1 or 2 goals there after the second, and just stick with it. Don't change our game plan at all. Continue to dictate tempo, pace, and make them earn everything they get, and we got that tonight. So it was actually really, really important hockey game for our group.
And a lot of commitment from the players right at the very end with that long period of 6-on-5 play and numerous shots blocked, players throwing their bodies in front. It meant a lot to them tonight.
Absolutely, and you could feel that. We had a couple meetings obviously since that Friday game, and I think we do have a good group and a group that wants to win something. 8 months of trying to win the league it's going to be a bit deflating, and that 8-2 loss obviously was unacceptable. And I think everyone in that room understood that and wanted to prove to everyone in this building, us coaches, ownership, that this is a group that will fight back.
Changes to the lineup tonight enforced by the suspensions. One of the players who came in was Alex Graham. He got his chance and he took it really well.
Yeah, Alex played great. Rewarded him with more ice time than he's seen a lot when he's been up with us tonight. I think he was playing with 6-7 minutes left in the game still in a 1-goal hockey game. So, he's got we've talked about his release and his shot. You give him time and space in that area, he's going to beat a lot of goalies, and it was great to see him rewarded tonight.
Do you feel that his all-round game is coming on at the rate it needs to? Because 40 goals in the division below, there's no question about his scoring, but it's the all-round game that's going to keep him at this level.
Yeah, definitely. It's improved tenfold since the first time I've seen him. So, is there improvements to his game that he can still make? Absolutely. Could he, can he find that extra half a step of foot speed? I think Alex's situation is he's probably going to need to be a top 9 guy if you want to get his full potential, just because of the way he plays and how good offensively he is. And, he's young. There's still some plenty of room to grow there, and I definitely think he'll be a full-timer in this league.
And before the next Steelers league game, there's Robert Dowd's testimonial. He's been a great servant to the club and came up big again with another goal today.
Yeah, I think that's going to actually be quite good for our group this week. It'll be all come together, have some fun on a midweek Tuesday night, and like you said, Rob's been outstanding since I got here, and I know I'm getting him at the back end of this 10 years. So he's a huge goal tonight, and I'm excited for Tuesday.
Coach, a narrow defeat for your team tonight. What are your thoughts?
It's a tough one to swallow. We knew Sheffield was going to be desperate. We've watched the last 2 games, and obviously after their Belfast game, we knew they're going to come out swinging. And we got the start we wanted with the goal, and it felt like Sheffield just had a big push. We didn't really have a response for a while, and got a little bit sloppy. It was not necessarily the game we wanted to put together for 60 minutes. Some good and bad things, but we'll have to go and just basically get ready for this coming weekend now.
It felt like a fairly sort of untidy game, and just the bounce of the puck sometimes went one way and sometimes went the other.
Sloppy would be a good way to. It looked like almost 2 teams that were a bit nervous or lacking confidence. So we obviously just felt like we weren't running our proper routes to put them under pressure. Then when we did, at times the puck would bounce. And it felt like the same way at times the other way when they would try to clear something or the puck would just bounce over their stick. We get the grade A opportunity. So it wasn't a very pretty game, I would agree. The loss sucks, but we're going to have to just get ready for playoffs and get into good form for this coming weekend.
Very pretty power play goal scored at the end of the second period, which had the potential to really swing the game in your direction. How much did it change your message to your team in that second intermission by going in at 2-2 rather than 1-2?
I mean, it's desperate hockey. It was nice to get the power play goal. It's been something that's been an area of focus for us. So just trying to feel good about our power play. So it was nice to get that. But the message was just, listen, they're going to push. We need a strong pushback. Pucks deep. We need to get into some ozone time, kind of cycle them down low, play below their hash marks. That was kind of our goal all night. And we just executed it at times well, and then other times felt like Greenfield made a couple big stops, and we just didn't get it to the back of the net. So it's a loss, and it's really not something that's acceptable right now. We have to learn from it and carry on.
You pulled Bounds very early for the extra attacker, over 3 minutes to go. Was that just because you felt your team wasn't quite creating enough offensively, or you thought you had enough control in the game that you'd be able to manage with an empty net?
My philosophy is really kind of one that you want to pull the goalie a little bit earlier, give your guys some time to score. It's just as simple as that. It's kind of based off gut, based off analytics. That's actually been some research shown that you give your guys more time than just a regular minute or 2 minutes. It gives them a better opportunity to score. It was one of those situations where the lines were working out that, my top line was coming out at that time. And, with 3.5 to go, if you let it go another cycle, you're going to lose maybe another minute or two. So we decided that we're going to make the push for it. It's something that we practice, and we don't need to take that time out necessarily right away. And we want to keep that in the bank. Obviously felt like we had some good looks, but didn't get it done.
Still a couple more games to go for your teams, one against the Steelers. How do you feel your team is shaping up ahead of the playoffs?
At times inconsistent, but I will say I liked our weekend in Belfast. Our compete level was really high. Last night we had another game where we a bit sloppy in the first with penalties, and then we came out for a good 40 minutes. I think we're playing better hockey now than we were 6, 7, 8 games ago. So that's a good sign. We just have to get the confidence in that locker room with that killer instinct where we're just closing games, and when we get that lead, we need to protect those. You do that with puck placement, with right decisions, and we're slowly inching to getting better. I know the results necessarily aren't there, but our goal is just to get better, and we need to be hitting top form when the playoffs hit. There's so many good teams right now. Obviously the standings are shaping up to who you're going to play, and a couple games left. Obviously Coventry could be an opponent. We play them on Saturday. Then another big test against Sheffield on Sunday to close the season out.
Thanks for your time tonight.
Thank you.